Well, it says we're live again.
Okay. Well. Okay, guys, did you...
I don't think there's anybody there yet.
Okay. Well, I'm not there either, so... Okay.
Here.
Okay. Come on over, guys. Hey, Carol. Glad you made it. Yeah, we had to start over for some reason. Don't know what was frozen, but... yeah, hopefully everybody will find us. Here's your chewy. Oh, you want Daddy's cookies. I know what you want. Yes, now we're back up and running. That's right, Vicki.
Problem is when you have to start over like that, there's so many people out there that's like me, they have no patience. Yeah. And they just say, what the hell with this?
Well, can't be helped. Jerry says the camera's backwards again.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It is.
Yeah.
I've got it backwards. I'm going to leave it that way. I'm not touching it. You understand, don't you, Jerry? If I touch it, something will happen.
Yeah. Carol says the picture and the sound are great now. Great. Now everybody to catch up and find us. So I said it's there's Laura. And TR. Yeah, we're I said not a good way to start off, but anyhow. I got my pink on today. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So I said, all you ladies need to make your appointments, get your girls checked. That's the thing about October, It reminds us to make that appointment. And I do mine every January. And let's see. Fly on the Wallpaper says hello. Vicki Jones says it seemed funny to see Skip on the left. Oh no, Skip is still there. I thought it would turn into the Sue show. Skip is bad luck on live streams. A wrestler. Let me tell you, I would not have a clue as to how to run any of this stuff. Truly. I mean, I could watch you on my phone, but that would be about it. I do not know how to get anything.
When the iPad is turned around, actually that's the way I like to do it, is like that.
Yeah.
But I can't get things anyway. And if you look on your phone, the camera on this end of the iPad makes us look farther away. The camera on the other side of the iPad is closer.
Huh. Well,
I don't know if I like this look or not. This look, I don't know. I just don't care for the way it looks.
Oh, and Razor Girl wants to know who's the guest behind the plant. That's
Some guy that ain't Sue's cooking.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're catching up. MK and Mitch said, did mine this past Friday, my pink person in October. And there you go. Nice of you. Nice. It's important, and a lot of times it slips through the cracks. You forget that kind of stuff because you have to go for this or you have to go for that, and you kind of get tired of doing that stuff. But your life depends on it.
Do what my mother always said. Write it down.
Yeah. And I said, your life depends on it or may depend on it. So it's not a big deal when you know that's the option.
Or do what I do. Give it to Sue and she'll remind you.
Yeah. Some of these days, Sue's mind's going to go blank too, and you're going to be in big trouble.
I gave her a paper yesterday and I said, apparently, I remember writing this down. I just don't remember when. I've got an appointment at an audiologist or cardiologist or audiologist, whatever the hearing aid doctor's called. And so I gave it to her yesterday. I said, I don't know when the 17th is.
It's Friday.
Well, I know now.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know when I give you the paper.
Okay. Well, and let's see. And Race Girl hadn't made it yet because she says she has some medical issues to take care of before she can move, plus some logistical things. Yeah, I know what you mean. There's a lot involved. That's a big move.
Where's she moving from?
Laura from Chicago.
She's not in Chicago. She's outside of Chicago.
Well, yeah. Schaumburg. that area.
I like Schaumburg. We've been to Schaumburg many times. They say it's at the hotel up there. It's probably not there anymore, but the guy that run that hotel, don't even know who he was. But there's a guy that knows, to this day, there's a guy that knows how to run a free breakfast in the morning. Yeah. Remember that?
Yeah.
Golly.
But, it's probably had several owners by now.
Well, I'm saying that, but I don't think that Country Inn and Suites, they're like went bankrupt or something. They were sold out. You don't see very many. And when we were staying at Country Inn and Suites, they were kind of ranked up there. They were really a good hotel. And that one up there was a nice one. It's right next to the, what was that place called with the castle and the knights, and they would fight, and it was a dinner theater. Whatever that dinner theater is, Linda knows where I'm talking. Lauren knows what I'm talking about. You can literally just walk over there if you wanted to.
Yeah, yeah. And we rode our motorcycles up there.
We did. We rode the motorcycles up there.
Yeah, and got caught in a rainstorm and everything.
That was fun.
Oh yeah. But it was a great show. I love those shows. The dinner theaters were, it's stadium seating. They've got all kinds, but they have Arabian Nights, and they've got medieval times. They've got Dollywood has one, actually, and we've been to all of those, and we really, really like them. And it's finger food, but it's good food, and it's just the stadium seating. It just makes it, I don't know, exciting. You get to pick a side, But yeah, we used to go there to Schaumburg to that hotel, and
we got there late because of the rain.
Yeah, but we got special tickets when you buy them through the hotel.
Right.
And
but we always got there late because of the rain. It just rained like crazy. We're on the motorcycles.
Yeah.
And it was funny when we got there because the show had already started, and they stopped us. And we showed them a ticket, so when we were late, we were in the rain, the motorcycle. They said, "Okay, follow us." And as we're walking down the hall, we were behind Charlie. Charlie's a little on the heavy side. He's kind of short and heavy.
And then he had a hard time getting his rain gear on.
Yeah, so he was drenched.
And there was no time to change clothes when we got there.
As we're walking down this hallway, following them to the theater, you can hear Charlie squishing in his shoes. Right? We all got to laughing.
Yeah, he was a good egg about it, but yeah, it was fun. Wrestler says Quinn's on his last year in university to become an audiologist. Fingers crossed he graduates on time. Oh, I'm sure he will. He's one smart cookie, Wrestler. No, I don't think there's any problem there. No. I didn't know he was going to be an audiologist. That's kind of cool. Anne Marie says, I hope everything gets resolved nicely and you can avoid another winter. We'll only be 80% there until the end of March, and I have to be out of my New York residence by April 1st. Lot to do to make it happen. That's right.
Laura, if you get down here, we know who you are. So if you get down here and you ain't got no place to go and the homes aren't for sale if you want or whatever, just give us a call. I got an extra room. You can stay here. You and Sue can go shopping. Yeah.
Oh, and I got a birthday card the other day from somewhere in the sun, I believe. And on it said, who cares about ice cream and cake? Let's go shopping. You know me, girl. You know. Oh, my goodness. Hey, Brad.
We'll let you and Laura do porch setting.
That's fine. Medieval Times is still open in Schaumburg, 25 plus years now. Country Inn and Suites downtown the road from me is still open. Oh, cool. Well, I said, I doubt they're probably the same as they were, because they were just opening when we went there, and I said, it was excellent. And I said, but I've been in a few, the Country Inns and Suites.
Just back in the day.
Yeah. We rode motorcycles there, so, that tells you.
Country Inn and Suites at that time was a fairly new chain.
Yeah.
And now, I don't know anything about it. Mm-hmm. I just don't see them on the highway like I used to. And I'm noticing that some of the old, what I would call our standbys that we always stayed at, Holiday Inn Express was one. We never had a problem at any of them.
Yeah.
Some were better than others, but they were all fine.
And the only reason we don't stay always at Holiday Inn Express is some of them don't take dogs. And most of them do. But
I've just noticed over the years that the names, like, say, Holiday, at one time it was Holiday Inn. The Holiday Inns is dumps. You can't go there anymore. I mean, I can't. Holiday Inn Express, I sometimes wonder if they're not selling out because you're starting to see all these new names like that True that you stayed in.
Yeah.
And they're all cutting corners, and I don't know, hotels, I hate them.
Well, like I said, they're just trying to make a new name for themselves if they have a problem or something.
I think people expect something like a coffee maker in their room or a refrigerator in their
that
room.
was my fault for not reading. I should have known.
You
And
shouldn't have to read that. I think people expect it. It's like buying a car and go, oh, did you want the wheels?
well, I did expect it, but it's just one of those things. I guess it isn't necessary when they have it 24 hours a day downstairs.
I feel like if it's $150 a night for a bed, it's overpriced to start with. Right off
it
the
was
get-go.
168.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was. But it was festival weekend and everybody was full, so they could ask that kind of money. But like I said, then next night I went to that Holiday Inn, and like I said, I could smell breakfast cooking from the third floor. I mean, they cooked it. They didn't microwave it. It was wonderful, and the ladies down there cooking, they were having a ball. I love
I
that
could
place.
stay at Motel 6 for $45 a night and walk over to Cracker Barrel
well,
and
that's
still
true.
be money ahead.
Well, we ain't doing that, but
No,
yeah.
I'm not, because Motel 6 is like where you could almost rent a room by the hour there, if you know what I'm saying.
yeah. Well, and then I said that particular area,
And what's funny, that's not the way it is around the rest of the nation. It's just, you get to certain areas where these hotels are really janky, and then you get to other areas, like, say, Holiday Inn Express, that we've seen them, that they look brand new. The one right here in Wildwood. I don't think it's been there that long, 2 or 3 years maybe. The one down there by the interstate, ain't that a Holiday Inn Express?
Yeah.
It looks great, but you go somewhere else, Holiday Inn Express looks really tired and old.
TR says, when you buy a home in the Villages, do they have the utilities on and you just put it in your name, or do you have to have it all turned on?
No, the utilities are always on, because the rule is here, you have to keep your grass green. So thus the water has to be on to be able to water the grass, even if nobody's living there. And then inside the house, electricity, of course, has to be on, because you're not allowed to shut your air conditioner off, because that keeps the mold out.
Yeah, because of the humidity here, it's a problem with mold. So, yeah, you got to have that stuff come on.
So when somebody doesn't pay their bills and a utility company comes out, because they're not obligated here. The utility company is not obligated to any rules here. They can come around and they shut your lights off because you didn't pay. Technically, now you're out of compliance, whether you paid or not, or can pay or not. Doesn't make any difference, because you had the lights shut off. Now you're out of compliance, and complaints can be made.
Yeah, but normally you just have it changed over to your name.
I think it's what we did, right? Or did they do it? Did our real estate guy do it?
No, I did it.
What was his name? I kind of liked him.
Tim?
Huh?
Tim?
Jim.
Tim.
Yeah, Tim Andrews. That was my agent. He quit down there because the real estate market here is nuts. People walk on, they'll hire 100 people to sell one house. And he got tired of that, so he went to work for some alcohol distributor, beer distributor. I'm not sure which one, but his area is, believe it or not, the Villages. So I run into him once, and I said, "Boy, things must be looking up for you." He said, "Business is good."
No, we don't know if he still does that. That's been 11 years ago.
That's been a while since I run into him, but I don't see why he wouldn't.
Yeah. Jose Diablo said Holiday Inn Express is our go-to, and ours too, because I've got the card and I get all the perks and all that kind of stuff. It's just, like I said, some of them in the big cities especially you can't bring your pet, and like I said, that's kind of a must with us. And if we have the dog with us, so we've been doing Best Western Plus, and the Best Western Plus was really, really good in a few areas we've been in.
Best Western Plus, not Best Western. There's a difference.
That's the newer version. And then I said, it's a lot of the places we've stayed have been wonderful, and they take care of the animals and everything. But the one where I was at is in a bad location.
It is not. We stayed there before.
By myself, I wasn't staying there.
They're going to be inside the building.
Well, I said, I went across the highway. I wasn't staying there. But I did in Gas City. When I went, I stayed in Gas City.
Gas City, Best Western's okay.
Yeah, that was fine too. But
these people don't know Gas City. I don't know why we're mentioning names. I might as well say Timbuktu. They don't know where Gas City is.
Okay, Kathy B says, TR, if you're buying a new home, the village assigns you a closing coordinator and they tell you how to do it. Water gets transferred at closing. Okay.
I know it's got to be simple because we did it, and we're about as dumb as dumbest stumps around
Well, like I said,
when we first moved
they're
here.
making it a lot easier.
But
Than
we didn't know any more than anybody else when we bought a house here. Well, we knew a little bit because we had the patio villa. But even when we bought the patio villa, we bought that thing online. We came down, we already owned the house. We'd never actually physically seen the house. They gave us some keys. And from that point on, we were walking around probably like a lot of other people, like, well, where do I go to get my pass? And what do I do? And they just kind of point you away.
Well, and Laura says, I stayed at the Country Inn and Suites in Dubuque, Iowa when I had to go home to settle my dad's estate, and it was very nice. Yeah, I said, when we stayed the one up there in Schaumburg, we really liked it. And I said, just over the years, things change. And I said, they change hands and things like that. So
actually, at one in Schaumburg, I think I've been there a couple of times now that I think about it. We went there on a motorcycle trip with a bunch of guys, and we stayed there to go to whatever. And then we went up there with our granddaughter, I think, to get tickets to go to Brookfield Zoo. And they had a special deal at that hotel then where if you bought these tickets as a guest, you got them at a cheaper price. And not only did you get the Brookfield Zoo ticket, it was free parking and everything. You also got tickets to go to the
Medieval Times,
yeah. So we took, I think, Jessie and them up there.
Yeah. Yeah, we
did because Jessie came out when she was little. She kept saying, "Papa, they called me a princess."
And they gave her a paper crown. And
yeah,
they treated her like a princess.
They put a crown on her, and yeah, she was tickled to death.
Joe Dunsky says, I just want to say hello from Chile, Michigan. Looking to move my mother to the villages in the next coming year or two. Thank you for running this channel. Everything you do is great. Well, thank you, Joe. As you can see from the start of the video, it's not always great.
It's the equipment thing,
Yeah.
We don't have $10,000 worth of equipment, and whenever you turn something on and you go live, you ask any YouTuber, going live is a risk for everybody because we're all dependent on, one, is the equipment working correctly, and then two, Wi-Fi. We have no say-so about Wi-Fi.
Buddy, come on.
If it goes up, goes down. Buddy!
Come here.
I swear to God, I'm going to turn Chinese and I'm going to eat you.
Yeah, and Anna Marie is telling her, they give you all the numbers and people to contact ahead of time. Yeah, they make it as simple as possible.
What are you growling about?
Somebody says your audio is a little muffled, Dave.
Mine is?
Yeah.
Oh, well, too bad. I'm not touching it.
Yeah, if you buy new, yeah. Gringo Loca says, question, never been in the villages except via YouTube. 2 rentals to consider.
Oh, here it is.
One right around the corner from Brownwood. One way up at Spanish Springs, but is on a lake and has a pool. Which to choose? And it depends on what you want to do while you're here.
What's that?
He says there's 2 rentals to choose from. And one is around Brownwood, around the corner from Brownwood. And one's way up at Spanish Springs, but is on a lake and has a pool.
First of all, you say rentals.
He wants to rent something.
Fine. Rentals. I don't know what kind of rental he's talking about. A patio villa, a premier home.
He's asking about the location. Doesn't matter what home. But like I said, one has a pool.
If it was me, try to rent a home in the area you're thinking about buying. If you don't know what area you're thinking about buying, then I would say Brownwood because you're kind of in between everything and you can kind of go this way or that way.
Yeah. But it
depends on the price. If the one up there is a hell of a deal, then do that one.
Yeah. But I said they do have the lifestyle visits too. If you ever looked into the lifestyle, that's a good deal.
It is really good.
It's cheaper than what a hotel is.
Yeah, they give you a free golf cart, bicycles.
Yeah, they're limited on how many days you can stay though. That's the only thing about it.
I don't know what the lifestyle. Usually the lifestyle business was only 2 ways, like 3 days and a week or something like that. Now I think they got and usually you can only do a lifestyle visit once.
Mm-hmm.
Now I've talked to people who've done it 3 and 4 and 5 times.
But yeah, just think about what you want to do while you're here. If you're going to do any pickleball, if you're going to do any baseball, if you just like go to the squares, think about what you want to do first, and that'll tell you about what, if you're going to go check out the southern end, then the one around Brownwood would be good because it's not that far.
Yeah, you take the golf cart and go down there.
Yeah. The one in Spanish Springs, though, with a pool, that's a plus right there. But we've got so many pools in these neighborhoods. I mean, they're all walk to.
Yeah, if you rent a home here, you're going to get a guest pass at the very least. I would say a resident pass is really what you want. There's like 660 swimming pools around the villages. Pools ain't the problem.
Yeah, and Yeah, Jerry says pick where you want to live. Yeah, that's the main thing. Where,
Yep.
you know, and now if you're just coming down to look see, like I said, the one around Brownwood, you're kind of in the middle right there.
Kind of.
So you can go north or south that way.
Right.
And then most of the newer people are moving to the south
Right.
because it's a younger population down there.
Yeah. Just know that generally speaking, northern is older, southern is younger. That's not true in all cases. Right now, I think the northern area up there is in the middle of turnover. Older people have passed away. Younger people are buying the homes and moving in. So it's in the middle of a turnover.
Yeah.
But she's right. When try to do you know what you want to do when you come down here for retirement? I mean, if you know that'll help you a lot. What does he do? Oh, that's the trash guy, not trash guy, but the guy that trims bushes and stuff and then loads everything up.
Okay.
Just keep going. We got enough action here. Just keep on going down the road.
Yeah.
Buddy.
Oh, okay. Hey, Denise, how are you? TR says, I can't believe it's been 2 years since we visited the villages. Robin. Yep, it's been 2 years. Incredible.
Been a while.
Is
she coming back? What'd she say?
Oh, she didn't say.
Oh. If you come back, give me a call, Robin.
Craig Morrison, Medicare annual enrollment period starts today and runs through December 7th.
Give Craig a call.
Yeah. Changes effective the 1st and the 1st of 26. And he said, consider taking your plan in for a checkup. And Rich A says, your voice is muffled. Can you change locations or microphone?
If I'm only muffled to one person, I'm not changing anything.
It's a different person. So.
How do you know it's a different person? Everybody out there, am I muffled? Do I sound muffled in any way to anybody? Not the people that just answered. Anybody else out there? Jerry, people moderators. Jerry, WrestleMania, all of you guys. Am I muffled in any way?
Okay. Yeah, Rosemary Laptop says the area around Spanish Springs is a bit older, so the trees are much bigger, but the homes aren't as shiny and new.
Jerry Bell says, sounds good.
Okay.
These are my moderators. That's who I trust right there.
Okay. Yeah, Wrestler says, sounds better. At least he's not in the toilet this time.
There you go. So I'm not changing anything. It's you. It's not me.
Yeah, and the villages are so large now. Brownwood is about the center of the villages now. It is. And I said that the one around the corner from Brownwood would be a good spot because I said you're kind of in the middle so you can visit the south or the north. But make sure you hit all three town centers, all three squares, because that really helps you make up your mind where you want to go, and it shows you the difference between the squares. There's a lot of difference between the squares. Of course, they have the music every night. That's a given at all of them. But they do different things in different places, and like we've always been fond of Lake Sumter because we love the walk around the lake. Buttonwood or Brownwood doesn't have that. But they have another ambiance. Theirs is a country, more of a country feel. And Eastport they're going to have a lake there. They all
have a theme. Spanish Springs is all about, the Spanish architecture and whatever. Lake Sumter is kind of like a Key West theme, and Brownwood is about the cowboy era, kind of like. And then down south, I'm not sure what that theme is.
Eastport, they've got a big area around the lake too, and they're actually going to have. I'm not sure.
I've been down there. I don't really see a theme, so I don't know.
But they're going to have a bandstand on the lake and everything, and it sounds like they're getting a lot of good restaurants down there too. So when they get it open, it's not going to be open till at least the end of the year, but they're working on it. They've got some places open now, but I don't consider it a town center until they start the music. When they start the music every night, then you'll know,
Well, they're probably never going to do that until that construction's done. They don't want people driving in and out of that construction area down there.
Well, no, but I mean, they've got some things down there open now.
They got some things, but I don't think I've been where they're going to have that band. Kevin took me down there, and I don't see them starting that band until they get some of that construction, that whole area done. But
Frank,
who knows? What do I know? I'm not in charge of this.
Frank Clark says the village is so large. Well, no, he says, when I travel with our dog, the hotels charge way too much for pets. They do, but like I say, if you consider that they're supposed to go in and not just clean, but sanitized because of fleas and that kind of thing, then yeah, it might be worth the money. But some of them are ridiculous. There was one that charged more for the dog than it did for us.
Yeah, that was Reed. I know where that was.
Yeah,
That was Chattanooga. It's a historical hotel, great hotel. I would stay there again at any time. We had little Maggie with us. And it seems to me at that time it was like $90 a day for me and Sue. And then when we got the bill, it was like $180 a day. They charge just as much for the dog as like another person.
But we had a coupon. The reason we got the rate that we did, but it was more for the dog. Couldn't believe it. But yeah, they do.
But I will say the Reed Hotel is a great location. We can walk anywhere.
Brad Shea says, shout out to St. Luke's Eye Care in Lake Sumter. Marcia had successful cataract surgery this morning. The process was seamless, highly recommended. I told you, Brad. Yeah, when I had that done, it was just blank, 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 blank. I mean, it just really was seamless, and the people were nice. And I was I never had anything like that done, so I was kind of scared too. But yeah, I'm glad that's where she went.
Brad Shea, did you notice you got a wrench next to your name now?
Hey, Marie says,
during the party, he said I'll be a moderator if you need an extra one. So I went ahead and made him one.
Alfonso Smith says, hey guys, I have a question. Watching on YouTube, the village is looking for the perfect house. I know that sometimes they have a 1-in-1 bedroom or a 1-in-2 bedroom with a side slider for barbecues. They don't have very many of them. They do have them, but they don't have very many.
Who'd we talk to the other day? Maybe I talked to somebody that just bought a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, and they said it was perfect for them. They're a single person. I don't know if they're here full-time or part-time. It'd be great for part-time. And it just happened to pop up. She just happened to be there, and she snagged it.
Yeah,
They don't make very many of those.
Yeah, they don't make very many. So if that's what you're needing, now the 1 and 2 with a side slider for barbecues. That's
maybe they're talking about that little concrete pad outside the sliding doors.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
We had one of them too. Did I tell you a story about how I had to replace some vinyl siding because some dumbass decided to set the barbecue grill up right against the vinyl siding to cook?
Yeah. And Robin says, I'd love to come back. I'll definitely reach out to you guys. Love to visit again. Good. We'll be here. Alfonso Smith says, part 2 of my question, can I have contractors put a slider in the back of the house with a lanai on a 1-in-1 bedroom or a 1 or 2 bedroom?
Is he asking if he can?
Yeah.
ARC, that's your best bet right there.
You have to go to the ARC.
Your contractor will have to draw plans. How many feet out from the house? How many feet wide? I mean, he's got to have distinct plans. Exactly what he's going to do back there. Is it going to be screened in? Are you going to build a building walls, regular walls and windows around it? He's got to do them plans, and then you got to go to. Matter of fact, a good contractor will do it for you. He'll go to ARC and get the approval. You ask for a copy of that approval, and you keep that on file. And then the next thing is, and this is where the homeowner has to do this, and I don't agree with it, but it's the rule. You better make sure he follows them plans perfectly. He can't say, I'm going to go 10 feet out and then go 20 feet over, and then they come out there and they check that and find out he went 10 and a half feet out and 12 feet over.
Yeah.
They'll make you tear all that out and do it all over again.
Yeah,
I'm not saying they will, but they could.
But yeah, that's something, if you have a realtor, check with your realtor and see.
Do you have a realtor
it's required for that kind of building?
Do you have a realtor that's over 19 years old? Yeah.
Yeah, check and see if it's okay for that kind of building, because patio villas, especially the one bedrooms, they usually have a lanai on the front or to the side.
You see that on that vine that I hate?
Yeah.
See how them stems go out there and there's nothing on them?
Yeah.
All the leaves been ate off of it.
Yeah.
There's some kind of bug out there eating.
I know what it is. It's those orange caterpillars, and I'm just going to take that out. I'm tired of fighting with them. Yeah,
it doesn't flower.
It does until they start.
No, not like this one here did. Well, no. This one did a great job.
No, but it's in the wrong place anyhow, and it just, it's a pain.
What are you going to put in this place?
I don't know if I'm putting anything in place. Because it covers up the address sign, so I may just leave it the way it is.
It doesn't have to be that.
Yeah. I'm not figure out something, but anyhow, yeah. Check with the Architectural Review Committee before you do any of that kind of stuff. But like I said, your realtor should be able to tell you whether it's even
I'm
feasible
saying
to
it
even
sounds like
ask.
just what I'm saying. It sounds like he could do that. But there's right of ways, there's easements, and in most patio villas where they back them up in between the front row and the back row of villas, that's usually the drainage area, and down in there that's usually where the different pipes, public service is at. So they'll only be here. You can't just plant a tree anywhere you want. You can only go within so many feet of a property line to do stuff, and so that's why you want to go to ARC. Make sure you get all that done.
Yeah. Let's see. Jose Diablo says, living in a golf cart community looks like a lot of fun. I want to check out Eastport when we visit Florida in March.
Well, you get in your golf cart and go down there.
Yeah, it's a beautiful area. It really is. It's, it looks kind of sparse because your trees hadn't had enough time to grow, and some of the landscaping isn't completely formed yet, but it will. I mean, it doesn't take this kind of weather here. It doesn't take no time until your bushes are out of hand. So
yeah, that was one of the things that kind of shocked me is how fast Florida plants. I'm not talking about the plants you buy at Lowe's that come from Montana and people try to make them things grow here. It's a struggle, but plants that actually are supposed to grow in this kind of a climate, it's amazing as how fast they will grow.
Yeah, and some of the things you don't expect. I mean, we're from up north, and I planted the first. It's not a Christmas cactus. What do they call that thing?
What?
The red flower. It's not a Christmas cactus. I got a Christmas cactus, but that was
poinsettia. Poinsettia.
Yeah, I planted my poinsettia after Christmas. The first year we was here, I planted it over here by the air conditioner. It was just out of the way, and it was still green, so I thought I'd plant it there. The thing got 4 foot tall.
Yeah, well, it's one of them things like, well, in Indiana you can't do. I wonder if I could plant this down here. And so we planted it over there where the water leaks out of the air conditioner.
Yeah, so it had water every day.
A year later, we got people knocking on the door wanting to know if they could take a picture of it because they never saw one that big.
Yeah.
And the fallacy that says you got to put the plants in a dark area for like 6 weeks or something like that before the leaves turn red. We never done anything over here, and it stayed red on top all the time.
And Jose said where he comes from, they grow like trees. I thought, oh, wouldn't that be pretty? Wow. Russell says, Skip, the next time we go to Florida, we will stay at your house as a payment. Healthy Home Cooking will cook for you. Vegan is good with you, right?
Oh, you can stay here if you want to, but I think I'll pass on the vegan food. Well, I shouldn't say that because I do eat vegan food. I just don't like to make it my regular diet.
There you go.
Like when she makes vegetable soup, that's basically vegan, right?
Yeah, if I don't put meat in it.
Well, the last 3 times you've made it, I haven't seen any meat in it.
I don't put a lot in it, but yeah.
I do eat some vegan. When I cook for myself sometimes. I don't want to say that I eat a lot of vegan. I don't. Like if I had a choice of a vegan hot dog or regular hot dog, I'm going to get the regular hot dog. I don't see. Matter of fact, John Paul, when we went down there, he got the vegan hot dog and a regular hot dog just to compare the two. And he's a vegan kind of guy. And he said that the vegan hot dog had no flavor. It wasn't very good. Had no snap to it at all.
Yeah, I bought them at the store, and you can tell the difference. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's just not for me. I suppose you get used to anything. I mean, I tried drinking Diet Coke when I was in the truck, and it's just disgusting. I couldn't even stand it.
Gringo Loco says, thanks. I'm renting for a year because I really don't know if the Villages or Florida weather is for me. Yeah, that's the best way to do it. Really, if you don't know about the weather here, but you get acclimated after a while. So if you're staying for a year, you'll probably, within a couple months, you should be acclimated. And so it shouldn't be, you would know if you're going to be able to stay here forever. So,
well, it's the hot weather. That's going to be your rough time.
Yeah.
The winter is no problem. Nobody ever worries about the winters down here. But if you have asthma or some kind of a heart problem that could affect your breathing, the summer months is going to be a problem because you're not going to be able to go outside very long and do any kind of activity because it's just damn hot. But I don't really want to say it that way because maybe you can go to the pool and sit in the afternoon, get in the water when you cool off a little bit. I don't know.
You learn the times, when you want to do things, you want to do the things early in the morning or late in the evening.
Follow the dog walkers.
Yeah, the middle of the day, you go have a burger and a beer, get in the air conditioning, that kind of thing, or take your nap or whatever. But you'll time it out. You'll know after a while.
But I will tell you, even though the weather's here in the summertime can be brutally hot and whatever, when you go down at our restaurants and the bars and things like that, even the outside sitting, which I sit at them all the time because I prefer it, they're built in a way to comfort you in that kind of weather.
Mhm.
The ceiling fans are everywhere. They got the breeze things are open.
Yeah.
So even though it's 100 degrees outside, which actually, I don't know if it actually got to 100 degrees much here. It's the humidity that makes it seem bad.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't seem that hot.
Yeah.
And we've been here 11 years, so we're used to it.
William says, where exactly is the Lupa Exchange located?
I don't even know what that is.
The
The only Lupa
Exchange.
thing that I ever seen that one time was we rented a house. I forget where it was at. We was in a golf cart. We were lost probably. And we saw this big vine went all the way up to the top of a palm tree, remember? And it come down there, and there was these great big, fruity looking things hanging off of it. And the guy was out there. Well, I had to stop. And I was talking to the guy. I said, what is that? And he told me, he said, he told me what it was, some kind of a vine of some sort. He said, and those things hanging off of there, he said, are loofahs. He said, you cut them apart, you set them out in the sun, you let them dry out. And he said, and I sell them. He said, that's how I make my little bit of extra money. I don't know what any of that's worth or not, but he grew them.
Well, I think he was probably referring to something else when he's talking about loofahs.
I don't know. I just know what he told me.
Well, like I said, with the...
I asked him, what's a loofah? He said, women use them a lot when they take a shower.
Yeah. But I know what he's referring to is probably the
ones that you use when you take a shower.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. Let's see. Brad Shea says, yes, I do. As Ed Norton said to Ralph, official space helmet on Captain Video. And Jerry Bell says they have new one bedroom in the new area.
Buddy, it's a UPS truck.
It's a UPS truck.
God.
What that is. Yeah. UPS and the FedEx truck makes him crazy. So
Yeah, it's all dogs. I don't understand what it is about a UPS truck. It drives dogs nuts.
yeah. Okay, they do have new one bedrooms in the new area. Good. Yeah, like I said, there is some, everywhere, but they said there's just few and far between.
Yeah, they put them in each and every patio villa area, I believe. But it's you'll go into a patio villa area where maybe there's 150 homes. You might find one or two that are one bedrooms. There's just not that many.
Oh, and Denise Kill said that was me, Skip. Oh.
He's just wondering what the heck you're doing.
What kind of dog is that?
It's a Shih Tzu.
A bull? She looks just like my dog.
Oh, yeah?
I think they all look alike, don't they?
I love these dogs.
He drives you nuts. He likes everybody.
Oh,
Yeah.
Smiley's a girl.
Wants a kiss to everybody. Yes.
Oh, she's just like me.
Hey, Daisy.
I'm sorry?
Hi, Daisy.
Okay. Well, he's supposed to be all Shih Tzu, but,
We didn't
get papers or anything with him, so we couldn't prove it. But
we
we
just
don't care.
decided we was going to take him anyway, no matter what he was. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's better with a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are y'all looking at the house across the street to buy?
Yeah, we're
Buying it?
Cool.
The only thing I really know about the house is it's a nice house. Nothing wrong with the house. Make sure whatever you're driving will fit in that garage. It's a shorter garage. Yeah, we know a lot of people looked at it and they couldn't get their pickup in there, and that's why they.
And you can't put a pool
sorry,
there.
I'm not petty.
Oh yeah, and if you think you can put a pool over here, you can't.
Well, we don't need
I'm
it.
not
We already have
petty.
it all at home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's plenty here. I mean, you don't have to worry about putting one in.
How long
So
have you guys been here?
We were here when the place was new. We was the first one to buy in this neighborhood.
Oh, wow.
So we bought here in 2014 when they were selling houses kind of weird compared to what they do down. Have you been down south? You're a real.
My mom lives over in Pine Ridge.
You're a
okay.
realtor, right?
No.
no.
Oh, I thought you
Left.
was.
No, she left.
Well, down south they got like a street. They say you just walk down the street and pick out a house, and you can have whichever one you.
But-
Here was not that way at all. Here, houses could not be for sale until a developer released them. And so in this neighborhood, they released them 3 at a time. And I asked that. They were all here. I said, why can't I buy that one over there? That's not released yet. Well, how much is it? Well, we don't know until he releases them. And I said, well, why do they do it that way? He said, well, it's because we don't want to have 10 semi trucks coming in here at one time, full of furniture, blocking up the roads and everything. And people, that's why he said they did.
Oh, and I'll tell you, we're live on YouTube right now. Just for
Yeah,
your
you're on
info.
TV.
What do you need? Where's your cameras?
Oh, right there. Right here. We do this every Wednesday at noon. Oh, that's okay. You can say hi.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can say hi to everybody.
Yeah,
You have to get over here in front of the.
Come here,
buddy.
Buddy, leave her alone. Come here. Look around here. Look. You gotta get your head in there. They can't see you. Get your head in there. Hey, potential new neighbor. Should be someplace for Buddy to go.
Yeah.
Well, we have a friend.
Okay. And now it is recorded, so after bit you can look at it. Skip Smith, The Villages.
Skip the Villages. Skip Smith.
All right.
Yeah.
You got that then? No, I don't. You got it. I got it.
Okay. On YouTube. See ya.
See ya.
Sit down, boo boo. Oh, that was kind of nice. Yeah, that was kind of nice. They're going to be our new neighbors, maybe.
Won't you be? Please, won't you be? Won't you be a neighbor?
Yeah, Mr. Rogers, you're not. Okay, let me see.
We mean I ain't Mr. Ross. I have got one of the best attitudes on YouTube around.
Oh, good.
Ask anybody.
Yeah, ask anybody. Let's see.
Where's Judy at? I swear that girl over there is here and gone, here and gone.
She's here.
No, garage door ain't open.
Oh, well, it was up a while ago. She went somewhere today, but she's here.
Oh.
Susan Ray Norton says, hi, y'all. A little late. I was at a dermatology appointment. Hope y'all are doing well. We're doing great, Susan. And I said, yeah, ask Happy here.
Ask what?
I said, ask Happy.
Who's happy?
You.
Oh.
Oh, my goodness. Wrestler says, yes, speaking of moderators, I did look. I could not think of any additional moderators that were in your previous list that is not on there now. I think you got them all.
Well, there was a couple more, and I don't remember who they was. I should know, and I just don't. Mm-hmm. But anyway, when we Sue's birthday party, Brad, because I know Brad, he's trustworthy, and he mentioned at Sue's party. He said, "Hey, if I needed any more moderators," he said, "I'll be glad to do it." And I said, "Would you come to most of the lives?" Because that's the problem. You have to have a bunch of moderators because not everybody goes to each and every live. So you want to make sure there's always one or two around. Wrestlers usually here 99% of the time. But he's got times where he's on vacation or whatever, and he can't make it.
Yeah. Jerry.
And Jerry's around. And that's about it, really. I mean, I
haven't seen Marsha in a long time.
That's what I mean, and she's a moderator. Mm-hmm. So
what?
I lost her when they hacked my channel. So if she wants to be a moderator, I'll put her back on. But she bought a place down here, I think. Mm-hmm. And that's the problem with YouTube. Is you know all these people, like you guys, we talk to you, we get to know who you are, and then you buy a place, and then you disappear. It's understandable, I guess, but that's what happens.
But he wants over here.
He doesn't want anything.
He wants his Chewy. You can get your Chewy and get up here with Mommy. Yeah, that was kind of nice. We got to meet our new neighbors.
We don't know if they're going to be new neighbors or not.
Well,
just looking.
They said they were very interested.
Well, why would we have to say that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But I think that's a turnkey home. I think he's walking away.
It is. Everything's there, even the golf cart.
Even the golf cart. It's a good golf cart. Yeah.
And I've been in there. Furnishing's very, very nice.
I'll tell you, a turnkey home here takes a lot of stress away from a lot of people because they don't have to worry about buying furniture right away. They don't have to worry about buying pots and pans right away. I mean, it's not a big deal, I suppose, but it just makes it more convenient when you buy a house and you can drive down here in your car and you're waiting for your other stuff to be delivered down here, whatever it is you're wanting to keep. But you got a home here you can actually move right into and live in it.
Gringo says, I was going to live on the beach here in Costa Rica. Lasted about a week. Lived in Arizona for 20 years and survived.
Who?
Gringo Loco.
Oh, he ain't going nowhere.
Well, so you can manage Florida. If you was in Arizona, you can manage Florida.
He's in Costa Rica, ain't he?
He said in Arizona for the last 20 years. So
he lived in Costa Rica, I thought.
Yeah, that's what he said. He's going to live on the beach in Costa Rica and lasted about a week. Lived in Arizona for 20 years.
I thought he lived in Costa Rica now.
I think he still does. Yeah.
Yeah, because he apparently knows a little bit about Southern California because him and Linda would talk all the time
Hmm.
about different things in
Oh yeah, he knew
California.
all about Julian. Yeah.
He knows about
Yeah.
Julian.
And
Julian's
so did Denise Kills. She said she used to live close to there.
Julian's a great little town in the valleys of the mountains there in California. And the history of Julian, the short and long form of it is that's where the gold mines were at years ago. And then when the gold miners, or what do you want to call them, the miners themselves, when they left for whatever reason, Julian is where the town was, where the gold mines were at, where they ate, and now they kept it, and now it's just it's almost like a historical place.
Yeah.
But it's a lively town. I mean, people live there, and
Yeah, it is. It is, and and you could tell younger people moving in because they put in um, breweries and bakeries and stuff. A lot of the upscale stuff that the younger people are doing.
cinnamon donuts.
Oh yeah, yeah.
God, those were good.
Yeah. Apple cider donuts. Yes.
You know what it was? Apple cider
Yes.
donuts.
Denise Gill says, "I love the skeleton. Should name it Skew for Skip and Sue." Okay, Skew. That's a good name.
I'll just call him Frank.
Yeah. Let's see. My Marino Strosky says, "Love your dog. Mine is a cockapoo. Looks like a big version of yours, and it just saved me from the UPS truck." I don't know what it is about these trucks, but like even the trash man, 5:30 in the morning, Buddy wakes up to bark because of the noise of that truck. And like the Amazon truck doesn't have any noise; it's electric, but it's still something that he
I think
just doesn't like.
if he sees it, he barks at it.
Yeah.
But if he can't see it, he don't because he can't hear it. But the UPS truck and the FedEx truck are gas or diesel, whatever they are. So and they all have that familiar sound about them. I don't know what it is why he just doesn't like. And it ain't just him. It seems like every dog.
Yeah, Delilah's like that. Rizzo's dog is the same way. Yeah. Oh, and she said we're moving to the village in a few days. So excited! Well, congratulations, Maureen.
So you already bought a place?
Evidently.
Where'd you buy it at? I'm just curious. What
Yes.
village? I need to know village. I don't know. Don't give me an address because I don't know all the roads. Let me ask you this. Are you down in a newer area? That'd be good. Or are you up, say, around the Lake Sumter area? Do you know where you're at? Well, sure you do. Why would you buy a house and not know where you're at?
Yeah, Rester said that was a neat special guest appearance. Yeah, it was.
It was only because of Buddy.
Yeah.
The old guy came over here and he said, "What kind of dog is that?" I wanted to say, "Sue's dog." That's what I wanted to say.
Well, they've got one. They said it's
Well, that's
smaller
what he
than
said.
Buddy, but most of them around here
He
are.
said Buddy looked just like his dog.
Yeah. Most of them are smaller than
I
Buddy.
said, well, good. Buy that house when we go on vacation. We'll know where Buddy can stay.
Yeah. Gringo Locust says Skip may be a curmudgeon, but he's our curmudgeon.
Yeah.
That's what I always say.
I'm not sure what a curmudgeon is.
And Jose says Skip doesn't even have the best attitude on your porch. Well, I said it's face value. I've been around for 53 years for a reason. Jerry says Skip keep playing Gladys Kravitz, keeping track of all the neighbors. He does.
I do have a tendency to do that. I don't know why, but if I'm in the room in there, people drive by at night sometimes, and they say, "We thought about stopping by and having a beer last night, but we didn't know if you was up." And I said, "If you look at that window over here, on the bottom right, there are little vents you can open." I said, "If I'm in there, those vents are open, and you'll see light. And when you see that, I'm up." Remember Tommy? He used to drive by all the time. He said, "I couldn't tell if he was up." And I've told him 100 times, if those vents are open, I'm up.
Yeah.
Because my chair's right there, and I keep them vents open so I can look and see what's going on out here.
Yeah.
I can tell you that no matter where you're at, if you live around me, no matter where you're at, these houses right here ain't nothing going to happen to you. Because I see everything that's going on right here. Whether I want to see or not want to see. I mean, when them people, I don't know if they bought that house or inherited that house where that lady lived. I don't know her name.
Which one?
I thought she was a man for a long time.
Oh, okay.
Lived right there.
Oh, they bought it.
They did buy that house?
Yeah.
When he bought
but they're not full-time.
Well, when he bought that house, they started doing things to the house. That was normal, landscaping and we call it, stuff in the flower beds to keep the weeds out and stuff like that. But he did something over there, and I was watching because I've never seen it here before, and I knew they did it, but I've never seen it. He hired a company to come in and wash his roof, and they went up there in certain sections and they spray on this foamy looking stuff and let it set for a while, and then they went through there with it like it was kind of like a high pressure washer, but not really high pressure, but it had a little bit of pressure to it. And they went across and they cleaned that roof off and everything. It had these stripes in it from the tree mold. And I got to tell you, I don't know what they charged, but when he got done and left, the next day after everything dried up, I was looking at it. Even to this day, I'm looking at that roof over there, and it looks so much better. It looks 500 times better than it did.
Yeah, yeah. It's moderator.
Carol Paso,
Yeah.
and she's not one now.
Well, and you better ask her if she wants to be.
Well, let me see if I can do it here. If I can't, I'll have to go get my computer.
Carol, do you still want to be a moderator? He'll put you back on if you still want to. So, Marina Strosky says, my husband Steve has been watching you for a year, Skip. He will continue once we get there. Well, good.
Talk is cheap. I mean, look at this. 160 views so far on this. I'm always amazed by these numbers, and only 51 likes. 160 views, 51 likes.
Yeah, y'all go back and give us a like, will ya?
See, they've changed things, and I don't understand what's what anymore on the analytics as far as, what determines what videos that YouTube will promote for other people. Because I'm being shadow banned all the time. And there's a thing called a hype, HYPE, that's on here when we get done with this. I don't even know what that is. I don't even know how you even do it. I don't even know if it means anything.
T.R. Main says, do the postal stations have people working there to sell stamps, etc., or do you just pick up mail and packages from your mailboxes?
No, if you're talking about the local mailbox here, like at the village, they don't sell that stuff there. That's just where you pick up your mail.
Yeah.
You got to go to the post office to get your...
Yeah, I've done that for a long time. I usually go to the Wildwood post office because I got to pick up your mail over there, so...
Yeah. By the way, I did get my hat. Whoever sent me the CBD, what is it, CBD? Whatever, I got that hat. I wore it. I
wore it on the news once, I think.
Yeah, I made it. Did I wear it to the lunch over here? No, I had this hat over there.
Yeah, because you didn't have a hat and they handed you that.
They were making fun of my hair.
Yeah.
So a guy gave me a hat.
Yeah, you didn't have a hat on. Nobody's used to seeing you without a hat. So that guy, and you got a couple hats, actually.
What are you growling at?
You got that one, and then there's one from Hawaii.
Yeah, I got a Hawaii hat.
Yeah. I got me one, too.
Hawaii, right? Hawaii.
Yeah. But,
I should ask Gracie girl. She knows how to pronounce it properly.
Oh, she said, I know Walmart has stamps, so I wasn't sure. Yeah, these postal stations are just for delivering your mail.
Does Costco sell stamps? Costco sells everything.
Probably.
Go in there, you get your teeth fixed.
I wouldn't go through the hassle of going.
You get a colonoscopy in there. You get your eyeglasses in there, your hearing aids in there, and on the way out, get you some stamps.
Yeah. William says, I was born here in Florida over 60 years ago. I've been all over the state, and there's nowhere other than Central Florida for me. Well, we've not been all over the state, but we've seen quite a bit of it. I
don't know. I think in my trucking days, I ain't been to every town, but I think I've been to all corners of Florida. All over. And between the East Coast and the West Coast, I'm a West Coast kind of guy. East Coast doesn't really appeal to me at all. There's something about it. I can't put my finger on it, but there's something about the East Coast that I just don't care about.
When Denise says she's originally from Escondido.
Where's that at? Is that California?
Yeah.
Escondido.
Well, she's the one that said she was pretty close to Julian.
Is she still there?
No, she's here now.
Oh, congratulations on escaping.
Karen wanted to know if I could read the article about the Theodore Roosevelt Library in North Dakota in the Village's Daily Sun today. I did, and we that town there, Medora. We went through the I don't know is it a wildlife preserve or a state park or something?
Where?
In Medora, North Dakota, where the Theodore Roosevelt Park was. And there wasn't a lot open when we was there. It had a couple nice little...
Medora.
Yeah. Remember when we seen all the little prairie dogs? Tons of them.
Oh, that was Badlands.
Yeah, well, like I said,
That's what the national park's called, the Badlands.
Well, in the paper today, they had a thing about they're opening a museum, a Theodore Roosevelt museum there in Medora.
Probably.
Yeah, I did see that.
Do yourself a favor, though, if you go to the Badlands. Don't get out of your car and walk over to a big buffalo laying on the ground. He's not a pet. I've seen so many people. Nobody got hurt. I will say that. Nobody got hurt. And I'm sure the buffalo are kind of used to it. But they're still wild animals, man. You just got to be careful and watch. Where was I at? I got out of the car and I walked over to get a picture of something. And I came back to the car because whatever animal was over there, I think it ended up being an elk or something. It was in a bush. And I said that he was pissed that I was even there.
Yeah.
I could tell. When they lay that mirrors back and they look at you, you need to get out of there.
And Gringo Loco says, and yes, Skip been in Costa Rica and Nicaragua since 2002.
Last time I was in Nicaragua was when I was training to be a sniper for the Vietnam War, and they did all the training there.
And Denise said, remember, Buddy's a little guy. Imagine being that small and seeing a massive box driving by.
I don't think Buddy'd care. I swear to God, I don't. I mean, he barks like he's mad at everybody, and he's not. He's never mad at anybody. The UPS guy came up here just the other day. We were sitting out here doing porch sitting last week, and the UPS guy brought a box up here, and Buddy just like licks him to death. But she'll bark at the truck.
Yeah.
Or he will.
Yeah. And
you even said he's starting to want to chase cars.
He wants to chase cars and golf carts, and I don't know whether he wants to ride or what, but he gets mad at me if I don't chase him.
All I know, this is another habit he's picked up because he never did this kind of stuff before.
Oh, Marina Strosky said Wellpoint. They bought a spec home in Wellpoint.
But Wellpoint,
Cool.
I know about where Wellpoint is. I'm not familiar with the area that much. How close is it to this or that? Plus, keep in mind, they're still building down there. There'll be more golf courses that'll pop up. There'll be more of everything popping up. So
yeah. And Alfonso says, for New Year's, do they party big past 9 p.m. or private parties? It's they have the regular entertainment at the squares from 5 to 9, but anything else is private parties. Like I said, because they don't do a big celebration per se for the villages.
Most of the bars down there, I know if you go down Brownwood, you've got Bluefin, which is by the square. You've got City Fire on the other side over there. Those are two most popular ones. You got World of Beer. And then down the road, you got one I like to go to, Gators. They got an outside seat. Most of them have outside seatings. They stay open until about midnight.
Yeah, and a lot of them have the private parties. But you know, your neighborhood.
What do you mean private party? Just a bunch of people drinking beer.
Call it what you want. But like I said, most of your neighborhoods will have one. And I said, once you get to know your neighbors, our neighborhood has a social every month. And so they have private parties there. Friday, they're having an Oktoberfest here in our neighborhood. And it's beer and brats and you know, good conversation with all your neighbors. It's really cool. But like I said, that's what most of it is private parties. They don't do it necessarily. You can go to, like he said, World of Beer, City Fire, those kind of places. They usually do something special. But the village itself,
we're going to have one here. We just don't know when. When Jose gets his coffee wagon tuned in, we've decided we're going to have a free coffee session here we'll probably announce it on Discord, what time and where anybody can come over here and have some coffee and bring a chair and we'll sit down and drink a bunch of coffee.
But it won't lack any entertainment when you're here on New Year's. I mean, there'll be the usual. It just won't be necessarily in the square.
On New Year's? Mm-hmm. No, actually, this is just my opinion. You'll probably find more parties in your own hometown on New Year's than you will here.
Yeah.
The squares are the same on New Year's, except they'll do a little something. Used to, on like July 4th or whatever, that some of the squares, Brownwood did it that first year, they were having entertainment like all day and all night. They'd have the high school band come over. They had local, the clowns, whatever they call the clowns here. The belly dancers, believe that or not. The village's cheerleaders.
Yeah.
It was just an all-day thing.
And I said for Halloween, they're having a big thing that lasts, 2 or 3 days. They have the...
Don't they have like a Halloween dog dressing?
They do.
contest?
They have a dog parade.
You dress your dog up. I've seen some weird stuff.
Yeah. I mean, they have special things going on, but
I
yeah,
saw a bulldog, the big bulldog, and they had it dressed up with a crown and a ballerina tutu on it. I just thought to myself, that's embarrassing for that dog. Good Lord.
yeah. Okay. Um, Kevin says I believe the 789 band will be playing at Brownwood New Year's Eve. Yeah, and like I said, but the regular, it's the regular 5 to 9, and then you go somewhere else to party because they cut it off then. They don't stay longer because it's New Year's. Anne Marie says Well Point's a nice central area with access to lots of roads. The better shopping options will happen as time moves on. It will, yeah, because they build things fast around here. I mean,
super fast.
Yeah, you really wouldn't believe how fast they put this stuff up because they don't have a carpenter. They come in 30 at a time and build things. So yeah, they go up fast here.
Who was I looking for?
I don't know.
You told me she wasn't a moderator. She was a moderator.
Oh, Carol Apostas.
Carol, I'm looking for her name.
Yeah. Yeah, Denise said she met you a few weeks ago. She almost didn't recognize you without a hat. Yeah. And I said, I never cared for the baseball caps, but that's his hat of choice. I like the boat hats, the bucket hats. But that's just me. Let's see.
See, I can't do it on my phone. I got to make her a moderator.
Kathy B wants to know if you can get a day pass at Costco to see if you like it before committing to a membership.
Just go with somebody who's a member. You like Sue. If you go with Sue, she can just get you right in.
Yeah.
I went with Jose, and I wasn't a member.
Yeah. But now usually they're standing there at the door. They have a thing there, and
right.
You're supposed to put your card on.
When we went in there, he did that. I said, I'm with him, and the guy just gave me a little wave, and I went on in. Now, the only thing is, by not being a member, you can't buy anything.
Yeah.
But give it to the person you're with that is a member. They'll buy it for you, and then you pay them.
Yeah. Rachel Girl wants to know what time is our New Year's Eve party. That we always call that amateur night, and we stayed home on New Year's Eve. I know, old and boring, but yeah, that was it was very crazy out on New Year's. People drink a lot, they drive a lot, and not the best. And we've kind of continued that down here. Private parties, that's kind of different, but other than that, we never went to see things going on for New Year's. So.
Okay, according to this, Carol Opostolis, I don't know how to pronounce her last name.
Okay, that's good enough.
She is now a moderator.
Okie dokie. How about that, Carol? Jerry says Skip said he's a West Coast guy. Did I hear that?
No. Well, in Florida, West Coast in Florida, the Gulf side.
Okay. Well, William says, when I say states, I mean all over the United States. I, too, used to drive professionally.
Yeah. So, when you get in this country, for the people that don't know, that the attitude and the way people speak and how you pronounce words like wash,
roof,
roof, it changes dramatically.
Yeah. Oh, and Anna Marie said we would definitely be in Eastport for New Year's Eve. Well, good. I'm hoping they got things going on down there by that time. They should have, because I've heard the last quarter of the year, that's when they'll be opening things up. So hopefully by New Year's there'll be some down there.
I've been at some of the new restaurants. I've been to Portillo's twice. Not a fan. Not putting it down. It's just I'm not a fan. What's that new one that me and Jose went to down there? It was a barbecue place. We both went in, and I got the barbecue down there. It was okay.
I don't know. I haven't been to none of them. So
but I was looking at their price list, and just like that other place over there, when I seen the full rack rib dinner, $37. I said, you people are crazy. I could go right up here to Oakwood, one of the best ribs around, and a complete dinner's like $17.
Yeah, but Brad Chase said, love how Central Florida is seasonal. Grass turns brown in the winter, flowers bloom in the spring. Can't tell that time of year, what time of year it is in Florida. Yeah, that's pretty much true. I mean, it's frustrating sometimes going shopping for clothing, especially because they're showing winter gear, and we don't need winter gear here. I mean, you got a sweater, a jacket, yeah, but other than that,
See what I'm wearing? I got my church clothes on.
But usually we do get some chilly weather. We have like 18 days of really chilly weather. But when you put your long pants on or actually put on shoes, but other than that, yeah, it's not bad
Yeah,
at
it's
all.
almost like a joke around my neighborhood when we used to play golf and stuff like that on the chilly days. Kind of refreshing actually to play on a chilly day. But we have everybody says, "Well, go play some. I got my long pants on today." Everybody talk. I got my long pants on today.
That lasts until about 11.
Yeah.
Then you're stripping all that stuff off. So yeah. Um, let's see. Oh, we're up to 84 likes. Well, out of 171 people, that's getting there. Give us a like, guys. Um, Jose Diablo says there's something about the spinning wheels on vehicles, bicycles, etc., that attract dogs. Many want to
It's
chase
got to be
them.
something. I swear to God, because I never seen anything like it, buddy. We've never. What we did, we had one dog that liked to chase cars, and it got hit by a truck. We were on the farm. He went out on the road, and but most dogs we've had, they didn't chase. Now
Yeah.
Jack would attack the rolling wheels on farm equipment on the farm, like when we was raking hay. He would want to bite at that rear wheel. I don't know why, because when a dog gets a hold of it, what's he going to do?
I don't know. I just like wanting to get in a golf cart. I mean, I don't know if he wants to take a ride, if he wants to eat the golf cart. I
I
don't
remember
know.
we had a beagle one time that decided that she was going to take on a buck deer that was walking across the pasture field. He saw that he was protecting his Harriet. So he saw that deer and he knew that deer didn't belong out there with them cows.
Yeah.
And he took off, and I saw him taking off. And then barking and carrying on, and that buck got up and put them horns down toward the ground, and that dog come to a complete halt real fast. And
Yeah.
we turned around and started heading back to the barn.
Yeah. Wrestler, what's Elias think of his new house? I'm curious of what he thinks. Is he excited, or is he kind of hesitant about leaving mom and dad?
You kidding me?
Well, I don't know.
I couldn't wait to move away from my mom and dad.
Yeah. Well, mom, I'm hoping he has a good transition either way.
Oh, I'm
so,
sure he did.
Yeah.
He's got friends there. Wherever he's at, he's got friends around there somewhere.
Yeah. Bucket Less Travel says, great watching you. We're excited to be closing on our house there soon. We just can't believe how difficult getting home insurance has been, and it's Central Florida, but hopefully it's all worth it. Yeah,
Home insurance, Sue was telling me just the other day, our home insurance went up $500 this year.
Again, yeah. And a lot of the insurers have left Florida because they had so much damage a few years ago with all the hurricanes around the coast that and I said, we're Central Florida, so, we're not on the coast. We don't have near
So
that
how much
kind
are we
of damage.
paying for home insurance on this home now? And right now, the value of this home has went down. It was at one point about $450 because of COVID, but now it's down to, I'll say, $375, $365.
I don't think it's that far, but yeah.
Well, I'd say it is $375. How much is our insurance a year?
$1,900.
And that's replacement value? $1,900 a year. There you go. That's
And now last year I wasn't real crazy about the price that they had on it, and I was going to up it, but now that the prices has come down, it seems like it's right in the same area. So, but
I really kind of expected it because when the house value went up to $450, and when we bought it, we paid $220 or whatever for it. Then we insured it for $220, I guess, or $250, whatever. And now it's worth, according to their price, $450 during COVID. And I'm looking at that going, if I was an insurance person, I'd take advantage of this and say, you got to up your insurance because we're only going to pay you $220 on that house if it burns down.
yeah. But like I said, they didn't. They didn't. I was the one that was wanting to get more insurance if that was what it was worth. But like I said, then the prices come down again. So I think we're good. Laura says, think of
I
all
don't
the.
think $1,900 a year is good, if you ask me. I'm used to Indiana stuff. And I never paid nothing like this in my life that I know of. I really don't know.
Yeah, okay. Laura says, think of all the jobs the villages has brought to Lake Sumter and Marion counties in the past 25 years.
Tens of thousands of jobs here related to this village.
But you know that the locals
they don't like it.
They don't like it. They don't like change for one, and they say it's taken away their
their lifestyle.
Yeah, their lifestyle, because it was kind of countrified and that kind of thing. There wasn't anything here, but it was kind of countrified. I'm really surprised by that, some of it. But now I know some of the farms that were bought to put village property in, that's one thing. But otherwise, I would think, they brought in good jobs, good paying jobs, and a lot of stores that they didn't have here before. So I would think they'd be thrilled, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Or maybe you just don't hear from the ones that like it. Maybe that's what it is.
Growth is good. It's just good for everybody and everything. The growth is good, but sometimes growth can be expensive, and then sometimes growth can bring in a lot of bad
Buddy,
seeds.
come here, honey.
I mean, when it was just Spanish Springs, it was a whole different atmosphere. And now it's so big that I just see it as just, it's not a retirement community in my mind anymore. It's just a community that has majority of older people living in it, but it's beginning to have what I call big city problems.
Mhm.
A lot of drugs, a lot of fights, girlfriend and boyfriend living together. I just didn't expect stuff like this in a retirement community, supposedly retirement community.
Yeah. Let's see. Richard Sanders says, hello from McDonough, Georgia. Well, hello, Richard.
Where?
McDonough, Georgia.
I have no idea.
We've been through McDonough.
I have?
Yes.
I loved it.
He doesn't know.
I don't remember.
But I remember going through McDonough. Don't remember what for, but okay. Kevin Jackson's Four Rivers. Yeah, Four Rivers Smokehouse. That was the barbecue place that you guys went to down there.
Where?
When you went down to the new part. Four Rivers Smokehouse.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I don't remember what it's called. Yeah. And there's another new one that's opening up. And Jose said we're going to go down to that one of these days too. I don't know what it was called. There's two of them down there. And I think both of them one of them is open. I think the other one's announced an opening date. And maybe it's already open now. I don't know. And it's in Middleton though.
Oh. And Mr. Alfonso Smith says, Skip, don't worry about the likes. You're loved. I tune in every week. I'm sure a lot of people do. Don't go by the likes.
The reason why we tell you, I don't go by the likes. There's a reason why everybody, do you ever notice if you ever watch a lot of YouTube, everybody's telling you the exact same thing. I'm not the one doing it. Everybody's saying, subscribe. Why do you think we're telling you that? We don't just make this up. Hit the like button. Give me a thumbs up. It's all about the analytics. Analytics goes by that stuff and comments. Leave me a comment below. Some of us, I do it all the time, always make trick questions on there to get you to answer the question because why? We want you to put a comment down there. It's like, well, what do you think about the villages here wanting to do this or that? What do you think about it? Put a comment down below and let me know. That's a trick. I'll be honest with you, that's a trick. The more comments you get, the better the analytics is. And the analytics goes by the little on the side of your YouTube channel. Whenever you go there, it'll say videos that's recommended for you or something like that. That's where we're trying to get. And you very seldom ever see mine over there because I'm just not getting the stuff like I used to.
Yeah. Laura says, fingers crossed the rest of the hurricane season stays quiet.
Has been so far.
It has been so far. This is an unusual year. Yeah, we haven't had much of the bad weather at all. And thank God for that. But, that's not our norm,
You didn't
actually.
miss it. It went way over there.
We usually have a few that are kind of scary.
Buddy, it went over there.
But this year we haven't, so, yeah. Williams says that for several years I had a Jack Russell, and his name was Turd Dog.
His name was what?
Turd Dog.
Turd Dog.
William. Oh, and Catherine Jacobson says that's reasonable home insurance, twice as much in Minnesota.
I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe I've lost touch. I don't know. But I just remember we had one agent for 30 years, State Farm in Indiana. Mm-hmm. Car, house, motorhome, semi-truck. I don't even remember how we had so many discounts because you got a discount for everything you added on there. That when we came down here on our very first home that we bought here, State Farm was here then. And we went up and talked to him about it. I said, if I get State Farm down here, can I keep my discounts? And he said, no, those are not transferable. And, that was kind of sad. And then shortly after we bought that patio villa, they had a hurricane. Hurricane Harvey or something. I can't remember the name of it. And after that, State Farm pulled out. I couldn't believe it. They pulled out. And I think they had to settle those lawsuits.
Yeah.
I think they had to settle on some of the damage they had to pay for.
But in the last 3 or 4 years, they're back to insuring homes again.
But I don't know if I trust them.
Well, I don't. That's why we've not changed. But let's see.
Allstate used to be here, and I think Allstate's totally gone.
No, they're still here, but I don't know if they insure homes anymore. They insure a golf cart. Wrestler says Elias is very excited. Healthy home cooking was not at first, but she is good with it now. I guess the realization and inevitability finally kicked in. I personally am very excited. It's hard when you let your babies go. You're going to find out,
Wrestler, that mothers is tough to deal with.
Yes.
In any situation. Separate them from the kids and grandkids, and it becomes your problem.
Yeah, it is hard sometimes. But, ours eventually got to the age where they had their own life, and we didn't see them that much anymore anyhow. So, and they were all over the country.
Here's what you do when you move down here. Just give her a checkbook and say, hey, call the shuttle bus. Airport's over there, going up north. And when Sue went up there, the last thing I said to her was, stay up there.
I said I didn't have a flight back. So. Oh.
She complains about the cold weather up there, but she flies up there all the time.
Oh, I do not. My gosh.
How many times have we been to Indiana this year? Just this year?
Once.
3 times.
This year?
You just got back from there. There's 1.
Yeah.
We have a sissy funeral. There's 2.
Yeah.
Earlier this year, I forget what it was.
My brother's funeral.
We went up there and we stayed at Jean's house.
Yeah, it was my brother's funeral.
That was 3.
Yeah.
That ain't 1.
Well, that's not going up to visit. And I would have visited more.
I mean, what I said. So how many times you been to Indiana?
Okay.
And then before that, I went up there for your other brother's funeral. And if I remember right, it was in Delville, and there was snow on the ground. And before that, we went to Hubert's funeral. It was so damn cold that they couldn't even hardly dig the grave. I remember that.
Yeah, that's been a while ago. So, T.R. Maines wants to know, does anybody make Chex Mix at home? I just made some in the oven. It's delicious. Oh, I haven't had it in a long time. I really like that.
Make what?
Chex Mix. Well, I'd have to explain it to you.
We talking about wheat Chex, rice Chex, corn Chex?
Yeah.
I could tell you a story about that, but I won't.
Okay. Yeah, I really love that stuff. Robin, I do. I only make it, certain times of the year. I don't make it all the time. But you can buy bags of that Chex Mix. You can buy that already done, and
you can still buy.
I buy the little bitty ones.
They don't make wheat Chex, rice Chex.
They do.
Huh.
Yeah.
All
but
right.
I mean, I don't buy them all the time because I only make it like for Christmas.
Mom used to get us 2 things at the grocery store for breakfast when I was a kid. Actually 3 things because I think they were just cheaper. One was it was a big plastic bag. You know how you can buy popcorn today? It's in just a great big bag. She bought cereal that way, and it was called puffed rice or puffed rice, something like that. And then she bought, of course, oatmeal, but it wasn't like Quaker Oats. It was.
You can still buy it.
It was a bag. I don't know where she got this stuff.
Yeah.
And then the other one was she went to Sapp's Bakery at the end of the day, and they would clean their bakery out and box everything up in like 48 donuts to a box or something. And they called it Day Old Bakery. And you got all that for like 20% of what it normally was. Mom would go up there and get a box of those.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and Gringo says, it's been years, but yeah, I always liked it. I said, I don't know why the only time I make it is around Christmas time, but, okay. Let's see, Jerry Bell says, skip calling questions. 352-913-5366.
Yeah. I haven't made a video about call-ins for a couple of weeks now because nobody's called in. I had one lady that called last night and she left a message on there, and I'm going to repeat myself again. If you want to do a meet and greet or whatever, just let us know. We'll do it if we're here. We do it all the time. Yeah. But I'm not going to call you back. I'm not calling anybody. So quit leaving phone numbers and saying, call me, I want to talk to you. I'm not calling you.
Let's see. And be sure to hit the thumbs up. Yes. And Laura says, this past summer, I got a quote for homeowners insurance for my condo. Oh, I can't imagine what it was up there.
Where at?
For the condo in Schaumburg.
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah. I bet it's
None.
probably more than what ours is. So
Well, you might be surprised. It may not be. I don't know that.
yeah. Richard Sanders says McDonough is 30 miles south of Atlanta Airport and 40 miles south of downtown Atlanta. So I know we've been to there. I said I've seen the sign.
Only town I can recall in Georgia that's memorable to me is, I want to say it's called Helena or Helen, Georgia.
Yeah.
The German town.
Yeah, Helen.
Yeah, that's really the only one that seems memorable to me.
Yeah.
Atlanta is one of them cities nowadays where I just want to get in and out of there. I don't want to stop and visit anything.
Yeah, that's true.
Last time we came back from Indiana, we thought we'd take this one road around Atlanta, thinking that'd be maybe a little quicker. It was a nightmare. It was terrible.
Okay. Williams, is there any chance any of the people that went to their funeral will come to yours?
I don't know, but here lately it sure seems like we're burying an awful lot of people.
Yeah, he just found out about 2 of his cousins yesterday that we didn't know.
2 cousins of mine passed away, and I didn't even know about it. So I was talking to another cousin of mine, and I said, I don't hear anything down here. Nobody sends me anything. I don't know anything about nothing. He said, well, I thought I sent it to you. I said, no, you never sent me nothing. He said, well, I thought I did. I said, you didn't. So anyway, it didn't make a difference. But one of my cousins passed away at 65. She's a heavy smoker. So I think that's what happened. And then Teresa, I guess, passed away. And I don't know what happened there. He didn't tell me, and I didn't ask. But I know Teresa passed away. So it just seemed like, and my cousin was saying the same thing. He said, we're burying too many people that are too young.
That's just it. We're not getting any younger, so.
Yeah, but you don't expect, unless you got a chronic problem. I mean, there's always exceptions, but for the average person, I think dying at 65 is too young.
Yeah.
And Denny Schaefer did.
Yeah, I had 2 brothers that both died at 70, so.
And how old was Dick? I'm not sure Dick saw his first Social Security check either.
I don't remember.
Yeah. It's just kind of weird.
It does happen. I'm always looking in the paper here, the obituaries here in the Sunday paper. They usually put the biggest share of them in the Sunday paper. And I'm always looking at the ages and what have you. And I'm happy to say most that I see in here, the age range is in the 80s.
Speaking of that, is Julie on here?
I have not seen her today. Let's see. Wrestler says, Elias' home is Cape Cod style. That was built in 1942-43. The entire street has the same style home with slight differences. Neighbors said they are all Sears homes. Not sure, but plausible to me. Oh, I know what those are.
Yeah, back in the
Wrestler,
day.
I went, we had, where we used to live, we had a neighborhood of all Sears homes. And yeah, they used to sell them through the catalog. It was cool. But they had a really nice, neat design to them, I thought. Kara says, hi, Skip and Sue from Kara in Lake Charles. Home insurance is sky high here, too. Prayers that we continue to skip
Lake
hurricane
Charles.
season.
That's where we used to boondock.
Yeah.
We can't boondock there anymore. They've changed the rules there. But what's it called? Eagle?
Screaming Eagle.
Screaming Eagle.
I think it's what was
Brewery.
Mm-hmm.
Great place to boondock.
Yeah. But
the roads getting there can be a problem.
Yeah.
They're terrible.
MK and Mitch says our homeowner's insurance went up $300. Put on a new roof. Go figure. They'd raise it and get their money back.
Hell, they raised my homeowner's insurance, and I paid for this roof.
Yeah. Rest says, you think the last Sears homes were sold in 1943? Yeah, that's about right. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought they sold them all the way up to like the 50s and 60s.
Well, I don't know how long it went, but.
Well, I don't either.
Catherine Jacobson says, yes, Sears had a catalog of houses to build. We have them in Minnesota.
Here's how I
they
see
had
it.
whole neighborhoods of them. It was cool.
I have enough trouble just putting furniture together they send me in a box. I don't know how I would put together a kit to build a house.
William says, they don't play Freebird at my funeral, I'm not going. You would. Freebird. Oh, my gosh. Well, William, if it was their funeral, not much chance of them attending anyone's funeral. So, Gringo Loco says, William, I have a playlist for mine. Stairway to Heaven is on it because that's as close as I can get to it. Oh, you guys.
See, when we go golfing or after work, the guys that I used to truck with would go to the bar and have a beer and a burger before he went home or something like that. This is the kind of conversations we had. Serious stuff.
Serious stuff, yeah.
Said, hey, Bob, does your wife know you wear a dress?
Brad Shea said Dick Van Dyke turns 100 in December.
Huh?
Dick Van Dyke turns 100 in December.
Yeah, I haven't seen much about him here lately.
Yeah.
Maybe he's not doing well. I don't know.
Well, at 100, he's probably not getting out a whole lot.
No, even at 90-some years old, he was doing talk. People was coming to his house to interview him and things like that. So, and then,
oh, hell, he's probably got his own podcast by now.
no, well, there's a band. I can't think of a band, but there's a well-known band that went to his house. They wrote a song for him, and they went there because they wanted him to do his Disney-like dance out on his patio so they could put the dance in with the music. And it showed that on YouTube somewhere, and I looked at it and I thought, man, 99 years old, he's still pretty spry.
Oh, yeah. But now we've got a guy that lives here, Irving Locker.
Who?
And Irving Locker, and he's over 100 now. Last time I seen him, it was just before his 100th birthday, and he's been to the White House. He goes to Normandy every year, I think, when they have the thing there on the beach. And I said, let me tell you, I was at a dance he was at, and his wife was in a wheelchair, but it didn't stop him. He danced every dance that whole night. I couldn't do that, but I just couldn't believe it. And he's a talker. I mean, he gives speeches and things like that, and you'd never know his age. I mean, he shows his age, but I mean, as far as getting around and the way he talks and everything, you'd never realize that he was that kind of age. But he's somewhat of a celebrity here. So, unless I wouldn't be surprised any day to see him at the White House.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, wrestling names are probably getting a lot less. They just had the RV show at Hershey a week or two ago, yeah. And I guess they had record-breaking traffic
Attendance.
up there and
Cool.
all that, so I'm sure all that's probably gone by now.
Yeah. I've never been to one of those, so I don't
I'm
know
not
what to
interested.
expect. But
I'm not interested in buying another one, truthfully.
Beck Carmen says, imagine the amount of trucker language if Skip tried to put together one of those Spears homes. Oh God, yes. I said the kids used to come in when they were working on something. The boys would come in and tell me, said, Dad's really not liking this. And I knew what they were talking about. He was mad at something, and I said, instead of hammering something, he was hammering the hell out of it. But he was always kind of a jack of all trades. He was always doing his own stuff. He built things. He was a cabinet maker at one time, and he built onto our house by himself when we was in where was that at?
Harper City's
Harper
right,
City,
added onto
yeah.
the garage and the
Within Harper
driveway and
Yeah,
all that stuff.
built the garage, took out the pool. I mean,
We
all
just
that
learned
kind of
over
stuff.
the years if you're wanting to flip a house, just know what you can do and what you can't do, and you look for that house.
Yeah.
And we had one house that you guys call remodeling, and that was that farmhouse. And we got into it, and we ended up selling it, and we did make a little bit, not a lot. But I got to tell you, we decided at that point, old houses that need remodeled is not our cup of tea. No,
Yeah.
it's just
Old is not bad, but it depends on the age, because some of the ages got really, really old. No,
he's looking at that house too.
anything.
Yeah.
I just forgot to tell you, I got a guy coming to give me an estimate on the painting in the house after a bit. Okay, William says if you live to 100 years old, it's 36,500 days. Another 25 if you hit all the leap years. That's a lot of days.
I don't understand why we even have a leap year.
Wrestler says, I went to drill into Elias's wall. I had the drywall plugs ready, but didn't need them. Those old walls are super thick, not like today. We had one of our son's houses that we redone, and it had wooden slats under the plaster. Oh, you talk about a pain. I'd never dealt with anything like that. And I said, the more you tried to get in, the more it would fall apart. And there was no patching a hole.
Best way to handle them houses is strip them out.
What does the computer say?
I don't know.
There's something on the front of it.
Let me see. It says low battery.
Oh, okay.
So you need to say goodbye.
Oh, okay.
We're going
Well,
to say goodbye because on the iPad it said the battery's low. I don't know
oh,
how long you've been here, but we just don't have to go by that.
yeah. She Joester says, "How you guys from Hadley Village? I have never caught a live." Well, you did this time, and we got to go. We're running out of juice.
Yeah. So
Yeah, and we know about coal, Jose. So we got to go because we're running out of battery.
all right. Thanks for showing up, moderators, and helping out. And sorry we got to leave early, but what can I tell you?
Love ya. See ya.
Battery's dead or going dead.